All right, y'all. No preamble necessary. Let's just get this over with. Let's just get this damn review over with. All right. The Cowboys travel to Jacksonville to take on a meaningless AFC team at a very meaningful time. First quarter, Cowboys up 7-0. Offense scores off an Etienne fumble. Defense forces a 3-and-out. Quarter two, Dallas 21, Jags 7. Cowboys sandwich a Jacksonville touchdown with two impressive long drives. However, they stall around midfield and have to punt before the half. Third quarter, the score is now 27-24. Rather unexpectedly, the disaster begins after the defense forces an interception. Despite the field position, the offense moves nowhere and settles for a field goal. Then Kelvin Joseph happens. The young cornerback bites on a double move, giving up a 59-yard touchdown pass. But his mistake is only the first of many as Turpin returns the ensuing kickoff to the 16, and another Dak interception follows shortly after. Without much resistance, the Jaguars score again, netting 17 points and 187 yards in the third. Despite all this, the Cowboys have the lead and the ball. But they close the third with another 3-and-out. In the fourth, both teams trade touchdowns in the lead when Trevor Lawrence fumbles with 1:28 remaining in the game. Up 34-31, the offense just needs a first down to win. But what do? They go 3-and-out again. The Jaguars easily drive down to kick a field goal and send the game to overtime. And yet still, in spite of their errors, the boys have a chance to win. But unlike the week before, the football gods just refuse to let them escape with the win and enact a hilarious pick six to give the Jaguars the W. Now, fellas, I ain't gonna go all like crazy on this and say same old Cowboys, blah blah blah. This is what they always do. We ain't there yet. But I will say this game is like they are the same mistakes that happened all the way back in Green Bay, and some of the warning signs were in the Texans. So I want to go to you, Rudy, first, because Justin, I know you're the eternal optimist, and no matter what happens,
I mean,
you'll be gung ho for this. No disrespect.
Don't I be always right though? I mean, I'll be right half the or more than.
Well,
70,
you know,
I'm well passing grade, bro. I'm at least 75% right.
All right. Well, so Rudy, let me ask you this question. Yeah. So the way I described this game, the way I kind of went about this, am I being overreactionary? Am I being accurate? I mean, tell me.
No, I think you're being accurate. I think our issue being that as soon as Leighton Vander Esch is injured and out of the game, Anthony Barr is a complete disaster. That first touchdown to Zay Jones was right in front of his face, and he just reacted too slow, and he is too slow to get there. So I mean, they were in the middle of the field. Anthony Barr couldn't do anything there, and then when you go to the outside, QB2 is an issue, or CB2 is an issue. And so I think that's something that every opposing offense is going to try to take advantage of. So I think those are two holes in your defense that you have to worry about.
Justin?
What's the question though for me? You only preferenced it for Rudy. Are you asking me to answer the same question? Because
I mean, yeah,
it's so. I mean. Is this not the? I mean, I don't necessarily. I'm not gonna sweat it. Quite honestly, it is what it is. You lost a game that you should have won. It happens. Let's be honest. You were probably going to be locked into the 5th seed regardless. I don't care about the Jalen Hurts injury. Those last 2 games between the Giants and whoever, they're probably not going to beat the Eagles. So this is just a matter of you got 3 weeks to. This is how I see it. If you win this weekend, you have the opportunity to play the Titans, and barring what happens in that Titans game, if you handle business these next 2 games, you have the opportunity to rest some people that final game against Washington, and you'll probably more than likely be locked into the 5th seed regardless of what happens the rest of the way. So look at it this way. It didn't really change your playoff fate. You're probably going to be the 5th seed, and you still be the 5th seed. And you still have the opportunity to get a week's worth of rest and get people healthy the rest of the way. The only thing that I'm concerned about walking away from this game is LVE. Granted, the MRI came back as a back instead or a shoulder instead of a neck. So that's a positive. Say what it's worth. Stinger's never good, but that's my really only concern is the health of your defense, quite honestly, because bodies are dropping left and right.
Hey, all right. So, any local politicians out there, get this man Justin to run your PR. This man's selling the hope. Man had the same message for 3 weeks, and it don't matter the outcome. Don't matter the outcome. This man will just power through and somehow turn into a positive.
It's a journey. It's a journey. This isn't a.
Bro, we all know that, but nevertheless, I mean, if you get a math problem wrong, you don't just say, "Well, those numbers are inaccurate." Like the numbers are wrong. Bro.
Okay, so what do you want them to do? They'll have an opportunity to fix what they need to fix come Saturday. Like
we know this.
I can't judge them until they actually respond to what happened. So.
But so the only reason I have a problem with this is because we kind of said this last week against the Texans, like, it happens. And we kind of said that also against the Colts. It happens in the fourth quarter. I know. Hold on, let me finish. But say the fourth quarter happened against the Colts, cool. Bad teams make mistakes. Cowboys took advantage, made an impressive play. All right, that's 2 weeks ago. Last week, Texans game. Ooh, crap, that game is close. All right, it happens. Some teams just come ready to play. You've seen mistakes from not making.
Did you see them against Kansas
City? Still the same mistakes. Week 3, it finally catches up to you. And like I said, the football gods just say, you ain't getting away with this one. All right, but so I just see like the same mistakes over and over again. I mean, that's the definition of insanity.
Well, who's playing well then? Who's playing?
You guys both.
Who's playing well then? What team in the NFL is playing well?
Well, why are we looking at other teams? This is our team. But okay, so fair enough. You guys did bring up 2 points that Mike McCarthy brought up, which was concern over injuries, LVE being hurt. I mean, Anthony Barr, I thought he played well early in the season, but maybe we're starting to see the limits of him out there. And now the second cornerback position is, I believe they said, is an open contest, so it's up there for grabs. Justin, I know nothing concerns you. Rudy, I don't mean to be asking the same question again, but this defense.
Yeah, no, I just think that, and so I kind of addressed Justin too, because I get what you're saying where like there are other teams that like are struggling against bad teams, or the Chiefs go to overtime with the Texans, and like I get all that. But like you said about the Chiefs, they're not like a real contender. We have to be a real contender, man.
Who's not a real contender?
Didn't you say that the Chiefs and the Bills would not be in the AFC Championship?
I said they wouldn't be in the Super Bowl, but that doesn't mean they're still not a contender. I mean, but
okay. But anyway, so with the Cowboys having these injuries and having like places that teams can expose us, that is a major concern, especially like when it comes to playing better teams when we get to the playoffs. I mean, I just think that like while you're right, it's a journey and it's a long season and teams, they struggle. It's the NFL, the other team gets paid too. Dude, these are like glaring holes, I think. I think offenses would love to go up against Anthony Barr and Boss Man Fat on the outside. I just think that like those are real concerns.
So yeah, I guess to be a little bit more specific, you mean like the linebackers and the cornerbacks are your biggest concerns?
I think so. I mean, like, of course, you saw how they were just doing end rounds on us, and we couldn't contain the edge. And I mean, like, that would be Kellen Moore's dream to play our defense, right? He'd love doing those end rounds. But so, like, there was a lot of things to kind of be concerned with on our defensive side, to be honest. We were getting gashed. And so I think that Doug Peterson and Trevor Lawrence, credit to them, but they were exposing us.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like want to talk about the defense in a way. Like, damn, okay, you guys really gave up that many points, but you also had that lead to kind of like, you still have that lead, that big lead you have to give up points. It's the reason you build that lead so you can have a poo-poo-ass quarter like the third quarter. Now, you still had the chance to win the game. But
go ahead. I'm sorry. I wanted to address something. That's all.
Uh, so I'm kind of if we can move from the defense on,
Well,
unless Justin, you have a point about the
yeah, it's one
defense.
last thing about the defense. Yes, on the surface, it looks like, oh, you gave up 34 points, yada, 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 500 yards, yada, yada, yada. But see, the problem isn't necessarily, oh my goodness, you don't have the players, everyone's hurt. Yes, it's a little, your margin for error is slimmer with the amount of players, but that's on the injury report. But the problem isn't necessarily the players or lack thereof of themselves. It's choosing when and when not to execute. Because yes, everyone would say the defense had a bad game Sunday, but at the end they stepped up. They get forced a turnover, and then they went 3-and-out in overtime. Gave the offense 2 opportunities to end that game. That's stepping up with adversity, backs against the wall. When the points up 17 points or whatever, had an opportunity to get a sack, didn't fail to do so. The touchdown that everyone's roasting Kelvin Joseph on. I want y'all to go look at Malik Hooker on that play. Man biting on something when he's got at least a quarter of the field. So I get it, low hanging fruit, Kelvin Joseph, cornerback too, but this isn't the first time your safety has failed to help out your cornerbacks, whether it be Anthony Brown or Kelvin Joseph, and leaving them on an island when he has no business committing to something underneath, especially at that down the distance. So if there is something to be concerned about, it's the inconsistencies about doing the little things. I know they have the ability. That's why you always paint me as the eternal optimist. I know they have the ability to do everything that they're supposed to do because they do it every game. It's just a matter of what games they choose to finish and what games they choose to loaf around, and whether or not you can debate or whatnot, it's going to work against good or bad opponents. But I think a product of that is bad opponents. So,
Well, I think you may have brought up another concern, though, because there were a few balls caught on Malik Hooker. And yes, he definitely left Kelvin Joseph out to dry on that, but like that probably doesn't change next week. So I mean, that's just more to be worried.
It better. I mean, we can have that discussion and it
Well,
doesn't. But
Okay.
I mean,
there's
We might have to.
no way they looked at the film and said no, we can't address that because it's quite honestly, it's some like yes. The game copy that you see on TV, it's like, oh my word, Kelvin Joseph lost his mind. He lost his mind. But Malik Hooker also shares that fault in that, and it's pretty bad. I'll tell you what.
man, I kind of feel like that's a bigger concern if you're saying they're not executing when you know you have a weak link on that side. I'm not even trying to badmouth him, but you know he's not started for a reason. So Malik Hooker just lost his mind, man. And that guy's been stout all season. If you're gonna now not be stout, I think that's a big concern. But let's be done with the defense and move to the offense. The third down play to end the game, basically. If you get the first down, the game's over. I have no problem with the approach and the mentality going after it and trying to get the W and trying to get the first down on a pass. And I know there's no other option open because CD was like tripled and Gallup wasn't being his man. So Dak went to the right person. But a go, I mean,
Yeah, it's not. It's
Yeah,
not the
and
most.
like
It's not the most high percentage, but it didn't hit Noah Brown's hands again.
I think more than anything, like I don't have a problem with being aggressive. It's just that you just see all the receivers just go all goes. You're like, dude, no check down, no backup. Just we're all going on this last play. What are we doing, man? It just felt like I don't know, just too aggressive almost. Like I want us to get that first. I don't mind us passing, but all goes. Come on, man.
would you have rather? Okay, so this is being super hypercritical, but there are 2 points that made me really upset with Dak. I guess the hypercritical point would be maybe just eat a sack on that play and make him still force a timeout because you're punting anyways if you throw a Hail Mary. I mean, like I said, that's being hypercritical. But in the third quarter, after that Joseph giving up the 59-yard touchdown, Dak is still being super aggressive inside his own 16. And just, I mean, it's just the same mistake, like I said earlier, of just trying to make a play and trying to be that man. And like, bro, come on, you could just eat it, punt it, and then we'll survive. But you can't give the ball away when
I don't have a problem with it right now. Right now, I don't have a problem.
I'm talking about the pick, but
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
For our listeners,
I don't have a problem with it right now because for far too long that man has been too conservative for my liking, and now he's in a space where he's ultra aggressive. And for someone, I feel like it's harder to make someone be aggressive than it is for someone to be conservative who's already conservative at nature. I believe come playoff time, he'll pick and choose his spots. But right now, it's kind of playing around, trying to do things out, and I don't have a problem with it. Like, yes, it's annoying.
Yeah,
but there's gonna come a point in time where you're gonna need to be aggressive. So,
yeah. But I remember earlier on the podcast, maybe like a month or two ago, I said something along the lines of like, "Oh, well, I've seen Dak be conservative, so I'm not worried about him, tossing that ball around." That he's not that guy anymore. He's aggressive Dak. And I mean, I like that because that opens up the possibilities of 50 burgers and stuff like that. But these are the side effects where, dude, just throw that thing away or take the sack. But just sails it well over shoals, picked off.
I mean,
they have great
his arm
field
was
position.
hit though, so.
But you could tell he was forcing it. He was rolling forever. They were just trying to make something out of nothing. Dude, they were trying to make something out of nothing. But again, this is the aggressive Dak. And so that interception was just a symptom of what he is now. That's how he is as a quarterback.
Yeah, you're gonna need somebody to be aggressive come playoff time. Ain't no quarterbacks. Matt Stafford last year led the league in picks. And look what they did. They won the Super Bowl. So by
the transitive property, the Cowboys will win the
by
Super
being
Bowl.
aggressive.
Are you RJ Ochoa now?
Sorry.
They have to be aggressive, man. Like the time for being conservative and taking layups can't have that come playoff time. Because y'all gonna complain about the same thing of like, oh well, I wish he would have done this. I wish the offense would have done that. Have the warts now. You've already clinched the playoff spot by New York taking care of business. And actually, no, I don't even preference as that. You took care of business earlier. You beat most of these wild card teams. So you're rewarded for taking care of business and clinching a spot. So now's the opportunity to try out different things. You got 2 more games, essentially. I know there's 3 total, but we're not counting the Washington one. You got 2 more games. Get a little momentum. Get some of these kinks out. I think for the most part, the receiver issue is kind of solved as far as receivers being where they're supposed to be. Now it's time to catch the ball. I mean, now it's time for the quarterback to continue to be aggressive and pick and choose when it's time to be conservative. But I don't want conservative Dak ever rearing its head again. Well, I preferenced earlier that the Cowboys are more than likely going to be the 5th seed. Obviously, we got 4 teams vying for that 4th seed, and that's always dangerous. We don't poo-poo divisions, Rudy, even if they are bad. So we got 4 teams vying for it, all within one or half a game of each other. You got the Buccaneers still leading the pack. That boy Brady said, I don't want this game, turning the ball over 4 times after having a good half. And then New Orleans and Atlanta do New Orleans and Atlanta things and have a last second game where a turnover ensues to lose the game, aka the Falcons falconing yet again. And then the Panthers losing to Mitch Trubisky. Oh my goodness. So guys, who's winning this division and why?
Oh boy. Well, first of all, we can poo-poo divisions.
No,
that division.
No. I'm not playing that game. I'm not playing that game with you, but continue.
In that division, good God. I do think the Buccaneers still pull that one out. I know they're a game up right now, but Dude, good lord. The Saints beat Atlanta. Every time Atlanta's like inching closer to potentially getting it, they drop a game. And Carolina losing to the Steelers at home. Yeah, it's a disaster of a division, but I'll give it to Brady.
Yeah, it's the same damn story every time with this division. The Bucks are trying to hand this division away, and like Rudy said, it's just they just don't want it. But still, I don't think the Bucks are going to win it. I think they got the tougher schedule down the road, and I think
they play Arizona, then the
South teams,
then the Panthers, and then the Falcons. So
yeah, so I mean, the division's there for them to get it. Both the Falcons and the Panthers with head-to-head matchups.
The Panthers control their destiny essentially because they've already beaten
I just got to see who.
Once.
Yeah, but man, if you can't beat Mitch the bitch, I mean, I don't know if I can trust you to beat anybody. I mean, I guess the Mike Tomlin Steelers, man. I guess I gotta put respect on them, but give me the Panthers just because I like the unis better than the rest of the team.
Okay.
Maybe this is mainly influenced by what occurred on Sunday, but give me New Orleans because stay with me. They're only a game back. Obviously, this is dependent on if Tampa Bay drops another or two more games, I think. So I don't know if I really like that pick after I think about it because those jokers pissed away those 2 games for whatever reason against Tampa Bay. But regardless, they finished with Cleveland, Philly, who either won't have Jalen Hurts or will probably have a 1 seed clinch, and then Carolina. That could very well be 3 straight wins if you don't, and putting them at what 8 and 9. Yeah, I mean that might be good enough. Quite honestly, you think Tampa can win 2 more games? Guaranteed.
I mean, we just talked about this division, and considering of the last 3 games, 2 of them are against the same division. I mean, there's a million possibilities that could occur. I do still think the Bucks come out with it, but like that doesn't mean that they could lose. Is it possible for them to lose 2 of the next 3 and still make it?
Is it
they would have to
lose 2 of the next 3?
I don't want to do all that. That's
hold
hold
on. Hold on.
That's a lot of.
So
like if they lose this one but win one of the divisional games.
All right. We're spending too much time on this.
They're currently 6 and 8, and you say if they lose 2 of the next 3,
because you said the Saints would get up to 6 and 9, right? Oh no, 2 losses would get them out of there. The Saints would.
Well, no. If the New Orleans were to win the rest of the way, they would be 8 and 9. Tampa, in order to just if it came down to Tampa and New Orleans, Tampa just needs to win 2 more games of Arizona, Carolina, and Atlanta. Carolina and
fascinating.
I believe Atlanta would have to beat Tampa Bay, but Carolina, I think, would have if they were beat them again, they would have the tiebreaker. And right now, if the Carolina Panthers were to win out, they would win the division.
Man, good God. All right. Well, someone's going to get a playoff spot, whatever.
But
moving on.
Okay, but speaking of one of those opponents, Jalen Hurts. He hurt.
He is.
Let me ask you this.
This fun opportunity there.
Let me ask you this. Is he still the MVP?
Elite?
Since that we only vote quarterbacks as the MVP, is he still the MVP, or is he going to get Carson Wentz?
Ooh, if he misses
too late,
he gets Carson Wentz.
I believe this is the same exact week to a T that Carson Wentz got hurt.
I think if he misses 2, he gets Carson Wentz, and if the Eagles do solid, he gets Carson Wentz. But dang, yeah, I think they want to give it to 17 in Buffalo over there.
No, they don't. He pissed that away. It's between.
Do you think it's going to?
Who else could it go to?
15 and
Kansas City boys.
Kansas City.
Mahomes.
Kermit.
Yeah,
actually, during that game, I heard the talk of, Wow, he doesn't need Tyreek Hill. He can make anybody or work in this
man.
offense, regardless of who's he throwing to. This is incredible.
I could see them going past Jalen if he misses 2, and the Eagles do okay.
I still think it's Hurts' MVP trophy.
Ugh. Man, we need to shake up the voting then if that's the case. That's goodness gracious, dude.
Well, Justin, as a member of the media, who would you like to nominate?
Bro, can we get some Tyreek Hill out there? Can we get some Justin Jefferson? Can we get some Saquon Barkley? Like, I don't understand. Like, why does it have to be a quarterback? Those are all. I just named off 3 great candidates.
Justin,
right there.
You see the quarterback touches the ball on every play.
I don't care. I do not care. It's the most basic and most boring. At least
whenever J.J. Watt didn't win it the year where he did literally everything any human could possibly do, that you knew it was always going to be a quarterback.
See, at least at one point in time, the Heisman had some integrity, and they wanted to vote people in that weren't quarterbacks and invite people that weren't quarterbacks. But now the NFL mentality is seeping over there, and you know how I feel about college football, so I'm saying a lot to be praising them over there. But the fact that the NFL is just like, our fan bases are too stupid to understand, so we might as well just vote a quarterback out every week or every year. Change needs to happen. The grassroots campaign needs to start now because I've had enough. Another thing I've had enough of.
Perfect seg. I was about to throw that bone to you because I know where
another
you're going
thing.
With this.
I'm tired of this phrase "football weather." What does that mean, bro? ain't nobody like playing no damn snow. Ain't nobody like playing nothing below 50 degrees. Are you kidding me? So the see what I saw on Saturday night, we went at least 90% of the damn game without that stupid snow, and then to see that transpire in the fourth quarter. The crowd was singing "Let It Snow," and the play-by-play announcer was eating that up. And
Justin,
I don't know what was more
first
annoying.
Of all, no.
Well, go ahead.
I was gonna say, first of all, it's Christmas time. They're gonna be singing, but you better get used to it. They're gonna build an open stadium again. Man, you're gonna have this for the next 30 years.
They need to get their money up. Just quit making it your personality. Just admit that you're broke and quit admitting making this your personality. Well, we're just a cold weather because that team.
That's hilarious, dude.
That team.
You're telling the fan base that jumps through tables to change their personality.
Bro, the quarterback and the star quarterback and the star wide receiver don't like playing in that, man. Are you kidding me?
They don't care. It's a cult, like you said. Bills Mafia.
This is part of the reason. This is part of the reason why I said them Bills ain't gonna be in the Super Bowl, bro. It's stuff like this. that team game built for no damn snow. They don't run the ball at all, and they're gonna get caught again.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Yeah, I like it, but there is something to like the computer nerds over loving it too much, like. It's not the greatest conditions. I'm not delusional.
It's the meatheads, bro.
The meatheads?
Yes.
It's both. They love the imagery of it. Just snow and a brown ball flying through
they got a point. That imagery is nice.
I don't care.
But the reality of it is different. Nah, for sure. The reality of it is definitely not the perfect weather. Or not the image.
Go plug in the PlayStation.
But I don't know what was more annoying that game, man. The performance by both of those teams down the stretch, Miami and Buffalo, or Mr. Announcer Man just absolutely engaging these fans by telling them what a scene. Oh my God, what a scene. This is just beautiful. Like, all right, bro, we get it. It's snow. We've seen it before.
Yeah, if you wanna see snow and football, go plug in the PlayStation, man. You can mess with the game settings and make it snow, but I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that, especially in December and January when this stuff matters. Are you kidding me? No. like I was saying, man, them Buffalo fans, they want to make this their personality about, we're tough. Bro, it's not cold, blah 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 blah. I'm telling you right now, ain't no player want to play in you. Philadelphia falls in that same realm too. You heard them boys talking about Chicago. That boy Jalen Hurts said, "I thought Philadelphia was bad, but damn, Chicago winter. Oh my goodness!" Like,
All right, now it's time for the weekly pick'ems. Ian, why don't you go ahead and update us on the scoreboard?
All right, fellas. Well, the man finally did it. The man finally did it. Your boy Wheezy topping the rankings with 11 W's this week.
That's right.
Unfortunately for him, though, we were both not far behind. I had 10 wins, and Justin, you bring it up the rear with 9 wins. So I believe that
steps.
now makes baby steps. Yes.
there's only 3
But I
weeks
believe
left.
that means don't tell him that. But okay, so nevertheless, though, Weezy, you are 2 games behind Justin, so you are in fact can close the gap and
Let's go.
not be in last place anymore.
Let's go.
Before we go any further,
were you gonna say something?
y'all remember what the pick of the week was? I forgot.
I don't remember. It was like later in the. Was it the
Oh, was it?
Titans Chargers?
Was it Packers?
It could have been. I know it's towards the end of the weekly pick'em segment last week.
Hey, I'm just the bailiff. I'm not the person that types stuff down when the
stenographer
in court. Yeah, I'm not that guy.
They didn't cover it, if I'm not mistaken. So continue.
Strike it from the record.
All right, and now for this week's games, we're going to start with Thursday Night Football, where Jacksonville travels to New York to take on the Jets.
Hey, that's a good
Fellas,
game. Amazon getting
who's
its
gonna win
money's
that
worth
one?
for once. Jacksonville, because Zach Wilson's starting. So
Yeah, I am going to take the Jets.
Yeah, I'm going with the Jets as well here. Moving on to Saturday, Christmas Eve, we've got the Falcons taking on the Ravens in Baltimore. Who you got?
who do you have, Rudy?
That one I'd probably go with Baltimore. Baltimore at home. I'll take that.
I believe Lamar Jackson is starting. But, so yeah, the fighting Lamar Jackson's, no disrespect to my man Marcus Peters, but, I mean, come on. Your team is Lamar Jackson. So, with that being said, if he's playing, give me the Ravens.
I suppose Baltimore.
Justin asked that question just to ride my coattails. Classic.
I don't ride losers' coattails, bro.
Moving on. All right, moving on. We've got the Lions traveling to Carolina, take on the Panthers. Who you got?
Carolina.
Give me the Lions.
Wait.
Detroit for me there.
I thought it was the Bears. I'm sorry. Give me Lions. Sorry.
Interesting.
Okay. Sweep
All
for the
right.
Lions.
Yeah.
Clean sweep for the Lions. Moving on. We've got the Seahawks traveling to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Fellas, who you got?
Kansas City.
Yeah, I think this is the third time I'm saying the same thing, but I think that Seahawks team is dead.
Barbecue boys for me, KC. Moving on. We've got the Saints traveling to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Fellas, who's winning this one?
New Orleans.
Yeah, give me the Aints, man.
Okay, well, this is where I gain ground because I'm taking the Browns.
Okay.
Moving on. We've got the Texans taking on the Titans. The battle for the former Oiler franchise. Who's winning this one?
Is Tam U playing?
I don't know.
His ankle damn near exploded, so I think it's pertinent information. Oh, you know, I'll err on the side of TAMU's playing, so I'll go the Titans.
Yeah, I'm going with the Titans as well.
Clean sweep for the boys in blue and darker blue. Moving on. We've got the Bengals traveling to New England to take on the Patriots. Fellas, who's gonna win?
The Bengals.
Does anybody want to face this Bengals team when they're playing like this?
I mean, bro, Tom
My
Brady
apologies.
damn near gave him the game, so I don't know. I want to hear all that.
My
They were
apologies.
getting their ass whooped. They're getting their ass whooped until Brady said, "I don't want to play no more."
Well, they're also playing a team who knows how to give away a game as well.
Well, Rudy, they're also going up against the other cliche. You know, Bill Belichick, he's got a couple of days to prepare, and no one wants to see that man.
Oh boy! All right, so y'all are going Patriots here.
No, we said
I'm going with the
Bengals.
Bengals.
Oh, yeah, clean sweep there.
Bro, don't be-
Bengals.
Boy,
Moving
Justin,
on.
you see that boy Weezy was really trying to sneak us
For real.
onto the Pats
I
and
was
say,
hoping y'all
"Oh,
would
you
go
just
with
taking the
the
Pats, huh?"
as if you ain't the one scribing. So like, I don't. It's like,
You're just trying to get real sneaky with it.
All right. Moving on. We've got the Giants taking on the Vikings in Minnesota. Fellas, who's winning this one?
what a nasty game.
Mind you, it's a nooner.
Don't matter. Kirk Cousins threw up on himself Saturday afternoon, bro. Like Saturday at noon, but then came back, bro. But the Vikings.
You know what? I'm gonna take the Giants.
Okay, Vikings for me. Moving on. We've got the Bills taking on the Bears in Chicago. Fellas, who's winning?
Buffalo.
Yeah,
Although
Buffalo.
it is really awfully chilly there. I think it's gonna be like in the negatives or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
clean sweep
Buffalo
for
never plays in cold weather. That'll be tough for them.
I didn't say that they didn't.
Moving on.
I just said they don't play well in cold, bro. Because Devin Singletary don't be
My bad.
running the ball well, and they don't. The quarterback ain't the best option when the pads be popping. So.
All right,
Clean sweep, right?
clean
Yeah,
sweep
because
there.
Ian,
Moving on.
you know how I know these NFC teams be popping the pads against the AFC.
Oh,
Oh, there it is. Justin's favorite.
Bad
But
popping,
Justin. Speaking of popping the pads, I think this next matchup is the key.
Unless it's the Texans, I ain't interested because them boys down Houston, they be popping pads, bro.
Next matchup, we have the Commanders taking on the 49ers in San Fran.
Justin, tell me those pads ain't gonna be
Pop some
popping.
pads.
Them pads will definitely be popping. They will.
That's what I'm saying.
That's gonna be physical. I'll tell you what. But give me the team that kills itself, the 49ers.
Yes. No, I can't say that. Yeah, give me the 49ers.
Yeah, 49ers, clean sweep. Moving on. We have the Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Fellas,
Rudy.
who is winning this game?
You tell me, yeah.
Come on, you know who I'm going with. Them boys.
Okay.
Yeah, star on the side, baby.
That's-
Let's go.
Just wanted to make sure, because y'all already know my answer. Like,
Clean sweep
This man doing a full body check on the TSA.
All right, moving on. We've got the Raiders traveling to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Who's winning there?
Bro, I have seen way too much
Ian, don't you understand?
Immaculate Conception talk.
Reception.
Whatever.
I've heard too much talk about Mary lately.
Show some respect
I
towards
wish
John
it was
Madden.
I'm going Raiders.
Are you
Yes.
serious? No. No,
You're going Steelers.
Bro, have you seen Las Vegas play football?
Yeah, I'm gonna take Raiders actually.
I'm kind of interested in just the stupidity of that game. Just who will out stupid each other.
Bro,
Good God.
it's Las Vegas. I don't understand.
That game's gonna
you
be
gotta
a
pick,
disaster.
Ian. You gotta pick.
I said the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
All right, moving on. We've got the Packers traveling to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Fellas, who's winning?
Miami.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers in Florida. Give me the Dolphins.
Clean sweep from Miami there.
Nope, don't go in.
Like,
don't go into that. Go on. Move on, Rudy. Sorry.
All right, moving on. We've got we've got the Broncos traveling to LA to take on the Rams. Fellas,
Why are you groaning?
who do you got?
I hope this is buried at like a 3 o'clock window.
It is a 3 o'clock
Okay, then
game.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter then. Like, no scratch off.
It's just the matchup alone.
Oh no, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Give me the Broncos, but I think I know what you're gonna preference. Ian.
Yeah, give me the Broncos, and it gets worse.
Broncos from me too. And now Sunday Night Football, where we see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to Arizona to take on the Cardinals.
That's not that
Who
bad.
is gonna win that
I know
game?
what you're talking about though. Give me Tampa Bay.
Yeah, this is. I'm gonna pop in a movie during this time slot. Give me Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna say the Cardinals win this one. Yeah, I'm calling it. You heard it here first.
Oh boy.
Moving on, we've got the Chargers taking on the Colts in Indy.
Double
Who's
down
winning?
on prime time. Let's go ahead and double down on prime time. I'm so defeated.
Bro, you gonna be
Give me
getting
the
ready. Yeah,
Chargers.
you gotta be getting ready for work anyways during this game. Colts Chargers, you kidding me? Chargers. Oh. Boy.
Oh.
Like.
Yeah.
No way you picked the Colts, Rudy. No way you picked the Colts.
They're both
Justin,
disasters.
what are you doing?
I'm not. He's kind of goaded me low key. I almost did it. Give me the Chargers.
He ain't that stupid. You kidding me?
Have you seen his picks?
Dude, you saw what I did this last
Oh,
week.
God,
I'm only
bro,
repeating now, baby.
This man Ian said
Sky's the limit.
I forced this man Rudy not to do something stupid. He wasn't serious about picking them.
Nah.
Anything else? All right.
Hey, let's get out of here.